Welcome to episode 35 of the FIFA 17 My Player series, and it's a new year, and if you couldn't tell from the thumbnail, it's going to be a new club for us. Now, Stoke City are in the Europa League, so that's a step down there, but obviously moving into the Premier League, I'm moving into one of the best leagues in the world, so the competition's going to be a little bit better. We'll have a look here at the squad. They still have Jack Butland in goal, so that's good. They got Diouf and Niang up top. Our competition here looks like it'd be Mua or is it Sapi? But really, it's going to be Marko Arnautovic. And if we look at him, he's a little bit better rated than us, but he can also play on the right-hand side. Of course, they still have Shaqiri on the right-hand side. So looks like I'll be battling a little bit. Charlie Adams here, Joe Allen, Mbula, Kondogbia. I mean, decent in the central midfield. It just depends on what formation they're going to play. Michael Bradley's moved to Stoke. I'm looking through. Boyan's still there. Semedo's right back. Jeff Cameron, another American, or a American. I guess we are Scottish in this league. So, I've made the decision. We're going to move to Stoke. Okay, so we got our manager, our expectations for the season. A rating of 6.3 or better. That's going to be easier than it was at Basel, which I think they wanted me at an 8.4. Only creating 12 goals or assists, 37 scoring chances, and a passing completion rate of 74% or better. Now, they are in the middle of qualifying for Europa League. As you see, the first game up on the schedule is going to be in the EFL Cup versus Reading. That's a second round matchup. And then their qualifying is versus Helsing. They beat them 3-0, looks like in the home leg. Make sure. Yeah, they beat them 3-0 at home. So hopefully we're selected for one of those two. Hopefully the manager wants to see where we're at. Otherwise, it'll be Watford. And then we'll close out the transfer window. Okay, so we've been selected. We're going to make our debut in the EFL Cup versus Reading. Now, it says Stoke City FC Stadium. I know it was known as the Britannia. I believe maybe the name is changed. There you see. They bought us for $32.5 million. A decent lineup for us. Mbai Niang. Of course, we had him in the Hull City career mode on FIFA 16. A 4-1-4-1. Michael Bradley gets the start. Midfield. A Reading. Danny Williams still there. And it looks like they are in a 4-3-3. Take the throw in here. Bradley coming up the run, but we're going to give it to Peters. Peters back to us. We'll cross it in. Moore pops that up in the air, headed back towards us at a 5.6. Not a great start for us. Our passing hasn't been well, but Shaqiri steps in there, and it's a quick cross in the Niang. And 14 minutes in, we're going to take a 1-0 lead. Niang, not the best finisher when we had him last year, but he did well there. Just guides that one past the keeper. Marcuse is pumped. So Niang will take the throw. Shaqiri quickly into Whelan. Sergio Molina plays that out wide for us. Touched on to Whelan. He gives it straight back. We have Niang. Little give and go there, in behind, and there it is. We scored on our debut, our 25th goal of this series. And basically 14 minutes after the first goal. We've doubled the advantage. If we keep this up, we'll have 6 by the end of the game. Scoring basically every 15 minutes. First goal of our Stoke City career. It's 2-0. Molina tries to go over the top. That's going to be run down by Moore. He plays it out to Obita. To Behrens. Behrens inside to Vandenberg. He's going to drop that back to Moore. They're just going to try and clear this across midfield. Cameron chusts it down. Played this across for Whelan. Whelan ahead for Niang. Niang's going to play it out wide here. Nice little turn in on the defender. Slide it through for Niang. He gives us a back heel. We got a chance in a second, but Al-Habsi puts a hand to it out for a corner. We are on corners here. Try and whip this in. Swift's going to head that. Oh, and we get lucky there. No reason for us to touch that. As you kind of see our stats there. See, 3 minutes left. Maybe a chance for one more. Whip this in. It goes to the head of Shaqiri. Falls in Niang. And Hurtado's going to clear that out for a throw. So Reading will start us off here in the second half. Chasing 2 goals, so hopefully that'll open things up at the back where we can keep the pressure on. Now it's going to be poked away. We'll run and gather that. Give it to Grant Whelan. Mbula, he's come on here at the start of the second half. Niang. Plays that over for Shaqiri. Shaqiri back into Niang. Niang. He's going to send this in. We'll try and keep it in bounds. Oh, terrible there. Oh, no. Get up. Get up. It looks like they're going to kick that out of bounds, and it looks like we're coming off here. Oh. We'll play on. Behrens quickly throws that in to Quinn. Drops that back for Obita. Poked away by Shaqiri. He's going to get that over to Bojan. Oh, taken away by Hurtado. Quickly forward for Rockles. Rockles is going to have a shot, and it goes just wide. Reading nearly getting one back here. Half hour remaining. Cameron to Bojan. To Whelan. Back to Bojan. Looking for a third here still. Got the 2 goals within the first half hour. It's been pretty quiet since. Mbula. To Arnautovic. He came in and took our place. Peters. To Mbula. And he nearly got us the third there. So it's a 2-0 victory. Both goals coming in the first half hour. Of course, we came off early in the second half with the injury. It's an 8.0 rating for us. A goal in our debut. 2 more key passes. But we'll move off and see the extent of the injury. Well, as you can see there from the news feed, we're out 3 weeks. We'll just confirm that here in the email messages. Yes, 3 weeks out with a sprained ankle. So expectations will change, but we'll push forward and see what we're going to miss. Okay, so we're out 3 weeks, which is some bad news. Obviously, we're going to miss this qualifier for the Europa League, which I figured we would anyways 2 days after that Reading game since we played. So we'll miss that. We'll get to that this episode. Then, obviously, we'll have to sim this game at home versus Watford. And we'll finish off the episode with transfer deadline day. But I just want to show you, since we're out 3 weeks, we're also going to miss the last 2 World Cup qualifiers versus Greece and the Czech Republic. That will be the 2-week mark. So we'll probably also miss that game versus Fulham. Hopefully we'll be back for Tottenham. Let's go ahead and get into those sims. Okay, so we have a 3-0 advantage going into the second leg. Of course, all 3 goals occurred for us at home. As we're slowed down a little bit here. It looks like Arnautovic is taking our spot in the 4... Oh, they play a 4-4-1-1. Okay, so let's go ahead. And the delay, it's a 1-1 draw. Niang picking up the equalizer late. Looks like we gave up a penalty pretty early on. All right, so our first Premier League match, obviously still out with injury, at home versus Watford. Looks like they won their last game there versus Doncaster, probably also in the EFL Cup. Arnautovic getting the start in for us again. 5-3-2 for Watford. Although it looks like a central midfielder there in the back, and they get a 1-0 win. The goal coming from Okaka there in the 71st minute. I believe, did we play against an Okaka maybe in the Bolton series? Okay, so transfer deadline days here. As you see, Arsenal, Jan Oblak in for 112 million. Chelsea bring in Koulibaly, Korea, and Golovin for 71 million. Brathwaite in at Crystal Palace for 20 million. Lukaku's been sold by Everton. That and the Oblak moves, I think, are just scripted moves. Fulham didn't do a whole lot, obviously. Neither have Hull City. Leicester City have sold Mahrez for 49 million. Liverpool brought in Tufan for 17. Mahrez moves to Manchester City. That's interesting. Manchester United have bought Thomas Muller and Carvalho, sent Snyderlin out. Middlesbrough done nothing. Neither have Newcastle. Deeney's in at Norwich. Seeger out on a free. Tottenham did nothing. Along with myself, Kondogbia is in here at Stoke. Gallo's in at Swansea City. And there's the moves away from Watford. West Albion have brought in Silva and Hernani, and Rose is left. And nothing from West Ham. So that is going to end off this episode. Unfortunately, out with another injury. But we'll be back in a couple weeks after missing, of course, some crucial matches. No, it's not the best, but we've made a move here, scored in our debut. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time.